Thank you, Honourable Speaker. May I first of all echo the sentiments, your sentiments in congratulating the girls from Andiva Kumbao School in winning the Coca-Cola Games division in the true spirit of Waimanukui, and also the boys from Matambua High School, all the way from Western Division. Thank you, Madam Speaker. The question is to the Honourable Minister for Local Government, Housing, Environment, Infrastructure and Transport. Can the Minister brief the House on what is being done to address major traffic jams due to the huge number of vehicles on our roads today? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Minister for Local Government, Housing, Environment, Infrastructure and Transport. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I also thank the Honourable Member. Madam Speaker, as a developing country, Fiji is experiencing shift in transportation preference as it becomes more inclined towards private transportation. Madam Speaker, in December 2016, the national vehicle fleet registered with the LTA was at 110,763 as compared to 101,425 in December 2015, signifying a 9.2% increase. Madam Speaker, in addition to the increase in vehicle population, the decentralization of activities, changing land use, competition, rural to urban migration, and informal settlements have influenced travel patterns of the public traveling to work, school, accessing to health facilities and recreational facilities. Madam Speaker, the positive economic outlook, investor confidence in Fiji have inspired many Fijians to improve their standard of living, whether it is migrating to major urban centers for better education and employment opportunities or to engage in business enterprises. It is the ability to secure a roof over their head and owning a car that are two vital indicators for the progress, Madam Speaker. This is the trend for an aspiring society, Madam Speaker, to which Fiji is no exception. Madam Speaker, the LTA works to ensuring the public transport services to the general public is maintained or enhanced. That is one of the core functions guiding its service delivery. The Fiji Police Force, Traffic Department, Land Transport Authority officers and municipal officers manage traffic during peak periods at busy intersections and school crossing zones to ensure the smooth flow of traffic. Madam Speaker, Ministry has also established technical working group with all stakeholders from the private and public sector to develop plans in tackling traffic congestion. And its concentration includes: 1, the implementation of flexi hours. This consultation continues with the relevant stakeholders. 2, the need to implement dedicated lanes during peak hours. 3, propose bypass in certain locations and recommend 4 and 3 lanes. Madam Speaker, all in all, it will require concerted effort from users of the transport systems, urban planners, policy makers, and decision makers to propose and implement targeted solutions that will achieve an intended outcome. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and thank you, Honourable Minister, for your response. The problem here is we have too many cars. Our roads have very much remained the same. So what is your ministry doing with the Ministry of Economy in terms of the high importation of cars, particularly the hybrid and the electronic one, because of the removal of the duties? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Yeah, the onus is on you to respond to that question.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Honourable Member has stated that the vehicle population is increasing and what the Ministry of Government is doing. Madam Speaker, as we all are aware, that the major works from Nassori to Suva has started, the 4-lane. This is the only government which has got vision, political will to do such things, Madam Speaker. And in terms of the vehicles that she is saying, what Ministry or LTA is going to do, that's an individual's right, Madam Speaker. And we are not going, this government is not going to deny that right. Thank you.
Supplementary, Madam Speaker, as usual, the Minister has not answered the question. The question is, we all know there's traffic has increased, number of vehicles have increased, and his explanation, that is understood. That's a no-brainer. What he needs to tell is...
Is that your question?
What he needs to tell, Madam Speaker, let me raise this point again. You have repeatedly told the members of the other side, we have 1 minute to ask the question. They should respect it.
Order. You stood up to ask a supplementary question.
Yes, I'm asking a supplementary question. Madam Speaker.
You had your time, please, the Honourable Minister. Is there a question to be answered?
Yes.
Has he asked a question that you can answer?
Yes,
he has not asked. Thank you. I now give the floor to the Honourable Noikura.
Listening to the Honourable Minister, he said nothing. He said nothing. 4 lanes, done, nearly done.
Your question, please.
And he was only making recommendations.
Thank you.
Okay, this is the question. You know, will you build another bypass? And secondly, as recommended by...
Thank you. You are
as recommended by the...
Sorry, you're allowed only one question. You have not asked a question.
It's related to that.
You made a proposition.
No.
Thank you.
Will you build another bypass?
There being no other question, is there any other supplementary question from... Thank you, Honourable Asir. You have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the Minister for his reply. I'm trying to find out what was his reply to the question that was asked. The supplementary question that I'd like to ask the Minister is, what about the ratio of vehicle against the capacity of the road to sustain the increase in traffic flow?
Thank you. That is a statistical question, and he may provide you with a written answer to respond to that question. Honourable Ro Kinraki.
Supplementary question, Madam Speaker.
Supplementary question.
The question is there any other alternative mode of transportation between Nassori and Suva corridor, like the train, whether the ministry has that in the pipeline?
Thank you. Thank you. You asked a question and you also responded.
I asked the question whether there's any...
But you responded with a train, so that is a proposition maybe the Minister. Thank you. I will now give the floor to the Honourable Ratusela.
Supplementary question.
Supplementary question.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Can I ask the Honourable Minister, is there any plans in place within his ministry to construct overhead road works like in Australia and New Zealand in order to ease this traffic jam? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honourable Minister.
Madam Speaker, before I respond to the Honourable Member, let me reiterate what I said in my response. All of them were jumping and said that I have said nothing. The fact is that they are not listening. This is what I said. This is what I said. I said the implementation flexi hours. That's number one. Hear me out, Honourable Liko. Number two, the need to implement dedicated lanes during peak hours. That's two. Number three, propose bypass in certain locations, and recommend 4 and 3 lanes. These people are saying, honorable members are saying, when they haven't seen the bypass and the 4 lane that is started from Nausori to Suva. Are they blind? It has just started. Going back to honorable member, talking about the overhead bridges. Let us finish this 4 lane, 3 lane, and then we'll think about this. Thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Karwat.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the Honourable Minister for his answers this morning. Whether the Honourable Minister is considering setting up a central monitoring system for traffic lights that would adjust the length of time of the green light and the red light in the time where there is busy traffic on the road. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honourable Minister.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and I also thank the honourable member. It is in place, but we need to improve that, and that is what LTA is doing right now. Thank you.